The essence of conspiracy theory is lies. Those who obsessively and usually psychotically believe in conspiracy theories depend on accusations of fraud and deception almost as much as they depend on food and air. Their ponderous conceit provides the impetus for sustaining the currency of their existence, the ability to accuse others of lying. And yet, in almost every case, these intellectual witch hunters are wrong. As a consequence, such people should be regarded as a bane to knowledge and utterly antagonistic to the thing they pretend to hold most dear, the truth. When moon hoax conspiracy theorists are shown to be wrong, and in most cases stupid and bullheaded as well, they invariably resort to irrelevant arguments, ad hoc excuse-making, and diversionary tactics like accusing others of lying. Moon hoax nut Gerald White and his hoax friends have accused me of lying at least 3 times, and he has even made a video on the subject, after blocking me from commenting, of course. I do not intend to allow myself to be distracted by such accusations to the point of neglecting what has become my main goal here on YouTube. But in this case, I think a response is worthwhile because it exposes one of the many repugnant character flaws of conspiracy theorists. Let's have a look at my so-called lies. I made a video about the absence of stars in Earth orbit photos and a follow-up because of some comments it got. The next day, Gerald White posted a response video. I made several comments on it over the next 2 days. For example, when one poster remarked about my name coming from the Jetsons' dog, I replied that it didn't surprise me that moon hoax theorists would think that's where the prefix Astro came from. Then I said he probably thinks Pluto was named after Mickey's dog. In other comments, I asked how Jera's enhancement was made and why we should believe it was a star. I also pointed out that he should not have left the NASA catalog number on that altered photo. Each time I went back, I could see my previous comments. At the time, I didn't realize he had blocked me 2 months earlier, but for some reason my comments posted, or at least I thought they did. Then they were gone. How and why this happened, since I was blocked, I don't know. After 2 or 3 days, when these comments were gone, I assumed Jera removed them, and I posted a comment to my own video regarding that. That was when Stray Dog gave me a message from Jera saying he had blocked me 2 months earlier. Ironically, another prolific hoax theorist, Michael St. Mark, accused me of lying because he said my comments were still there. Since then, he has said he was referring to the Renee comment from 2 months earlier. If I was like Jera and other conspiracy nuts, I would jump on that and call him a liar since he quoted part of my comment where it was clear this happened recently. But I leave that behavior to them. So, he made a mistake. If I have made a mistake, I don't know how it happened, but of course, hoax theorists clamor to accuse me of a lie. They never seem to follow through on their accusations, though. Why would I lie about that? The whole point was that Jera was using censorship on me. Whether he did it a couple of days or a couple of months earlier is irrelevant. Making up a lie about getting recent comments removed would be utterly pointless and would not serve my purpose at all. It doesn't make sense. The bottom line is the same. If Mr. White censors me, then he does not deserve to make comments on my videos. Which brings me to my second alleged lie. I have stated that I would not remove people's comments or block anyone, no matter how offensive or stupid they were. In making that remark, I was not considering people who block me. My promise is in the context of the kinds of comments people make. Censoring people is primarily the activity of conspiracy theorists, religious fanatics, frauds, and other wrong, dishonest, and/or mentally disturbed people who can't stand having their claims challenged or refuted, and they will make any excuse for blocking their critics. This, I feel, is a basic flaw of YouTube, which no doubt economizes by allowing video posters the power of censorship. This is one reason why YouTube is such an attractive medium for people like these, and has become such a quagmire of disinformation and stupidity. Taking advantage of YouTube's cheap policy to initiate the censorship of others' opinions is a repulsive act, and so characteristic of their ilk. However, if someone engages in such a cowardly and dishonest act to censor me, then they have no right to comment on my videos, or anyone else's for that matter, as far as I'm concerned. I think YouTube should charge for the service, or uploads at least, so that they can afford the personnel to decide whose comments are in violation, and which ones should be removed. The fact that I will not remove or block people because of their views or comments is far more fair-minded and honest than the people who ironically are accusing me of lying. Jara White, to my knowledge, has blocked numerous people solely because they have exposed his folly. I don't need to block people for their opinions, because I'm right. We went to the moon. But if someone censors me, I will cheerfully censor them right back. By the way, if anyone viewing this remembers seeing my comments on Jara's video, where he shows the altered Gemini 8 photo with its dot, please make a comment to that effect. I'd still like to know what happened, and no matter how much you may hate moon hoax conspiracy theorists, please don't lie about it. Finally, I have been accused of lying about Ralph Renee. In his typical style, Jara White has made a big deal out of my remarks about which came first, Renee's claimed involvement with NASA or with the Rand Corporation. I stated what I found, but on the chance that those sources were incorrect, I annotated my video to include Jara's objection, as trivial and utterly inconsequential as it was. And of course, White characterizes my original comments as a lie. The fact remains, Renee was a total crackpot, and his claimed affiliations with the Rand Corporation and NASA were the results of mistakes, and were consequently very short-lived. NASA and the Rand Corporation do not knowingly seek expert opinions from college dropouts. For Renee to use them as credentials is a misrepresentation, like many of his other claims about himself. Of course, Jara ignores the numerous other examples I gave of Renee's idiotic ideas and malicious attitudes toward NASA and the academic community. I do not intentionally lie. I haven't done it before, and I will not do it in the future. But due to the fundamentally repulsive, paranoid, denigrating, conceited personalities of moon hoax conspiracy theorists, this accusation will no doubt be invoked against honest people over and over again. Speaking of which, I think it's time for me to do another video about Ralph Renee. I should include Bill Casing this time. You YouTube hoax nuts should take a long, hard look at your heroes who founded and propagated these ridiculous claims against NASA, and who are responsible for you being on the wrong side of this argument.